Wendy with Next Level Board Games, and today we're going to unbox Alibis, a game by Yusuke Sato with artwork by Albert Montes and published by All Play Games. So this is a game for 2 to 6 players. So let's see. It's a small box, as you can see. Let's see what is inside. All right. So I'm curious about it because this is Alibi. So I'm like, ooh, deduction. I like that. So the front of the box is sort of like what's happening, and I think it's all about like social deduction. So I like that. So there's that, and then we have 6 little like dry erase pens. So I think is there a little eraser at the top? Maybe, or maybe it's a magnet. Nope, it's got a little dry erase. Okay, so it's got a little erase on the top, and then it's going to be like a little, like a little dry erase pen. So there's those. And then a little advertisement, and then I'll say the rule page because it's not really a rule book. It's not big enough to be a rule book. Okay, so here's like how you set it up and the overview, how many players and how many different suspects and stuff, and then the rounds, and then sort of like how you play through the game and the credits. Okay, so there's that, and then, oh wow, there's a bunch of little pieces here. What are all these? They got symbols on them. Alibi tiles. Okay, so we have alibi tiles, these tiles here, and each one, let me do the other way. Each one has a symbol, so like plus and infinity and pi and some other things. So there's those. And then we have some cards, some baggies to put stuff in. Okay, all right, let me do the cards first. I'm like, wait, that says coffee. The very first card. This was meant to be for me. I love coffee. So these are a bunch of our word cards. So I'm not going to show you all these words, but I'm just going to show you. And you can see these are smaller size cards, right? So, and then on the back, are they the same? No. Okay, so the back side, different words. So kind of like any word game you've ever played, like code names, things like that. Okay, so more word cards, and then we get to something else. Okay, so there's 91 of those, as you can see. That's a pretty big stack considering they're two-sided, 2 different words on both sides. Oops. And you'll notice what they did that's better than most everybody else, or, well, I haven't thought of any of them have done this. The word goes both directions. So both sides of your table can read the words instead of one set of you having to read upside down the entire night, which is, never is fun. Okay. So yay for thinking of that. A+ on that. Okay, then we have suspect cards. We got 13 suspect cards. So these are like, they have a question mark on the back, and I would assume on the front, different baddie bads. So here's all our suspects. Okay, and they're numbered 1 to 13. Okay, so they each have a number. Then we've got, let's see here. Looks like cards related to those. Then we've got suspect boards. Now these are called boards, but they're, they're cards. They're not, these are not cardboard. I mean, they're fine. I'm just saying they're not, in my brain, I'm like, they're not technically boards. Okay, so then, oh, there's a question. Okay, then maybe this goes over the top. So these are not in numerical order, and I think it's because some of them are different shapes. So the smaller ones were all in the front, and they're in numerical order based on that size, but then we go to some of them have a bigger card for some reason. So in essence, some are this size and some are that size all the way. Different size. So there's those. And then there's this for, I'm going to guess maybe, I don't know if this goes like on top. Oh, I missed one of the monsters. There's one more big one. Somehow if this goes over the top of that, but it wouldn't fit over everybody. It wouldn't fit over the big ones. So I'm not sure what this is used for, but there's that as well. Let's see if it says. I don't know exactly what that is. Okay, so there's those. And then we've got, oh, these must be player boards. 6 deduction boards and 6 alibi tiles. Okay, so I'm gonna guess you use these. Everybody gets like one of each of these. So you have a deduction board and a deduction tile. So I'm guessing it's like you can make little notes and stuff. Probably you can mark people off if you know they're not the bad guy, and then maybe maybe you can make notes. I'm just guessing. But these 6 are the same. So there's 6 of these, they're all the same, and they are numbered. They do show the monsters with the action numbers, and they all have those numbers. So there's that. And then, last but not least, we have 4 sets of tiles that show like handcuffs, and these are heat tokens. Okay. Then they say heat on one side, and then they have So that made that obvious. And then they have handcuffs on the other. So I'm going to guess this means people are onto you. There's the heat's coming. So here's these, and these pop out super easy. So there's a bunch of those. I don't know how many there are of those, but probably like 40 tokens. So that's everything that's in Alibis. It is a 6-player game. There are 6, double-sided. I didn't even know they're double-sided. 6 double-sided boards for, oops, right side up helps. 6 double-sided boards for tracking whose alibis are what. And then also you have little monster cards that go with it for potential who's our bad guy. We've got some heat tokens. We've got a ton of clue cards. So 91 of those, they're double-sided with different types of clues, and some dry erase markers to track stuff. And that's pretty much everything all that fit in this little itty bitty box. So I'm excited to learn how to play this game. Thanks for watching Next Level Board Games.